Hey, everybody. This is Two Dope Ass Grandmas. All right, everybody, and we're back with another episode of Two Dope Ass Grandmas. And I am one of your hosts, Day, and she is.
PJ, what's up, y'all?
What's good, everybody?
What's happening, babe? How you doing?
I'm good, as always.
Excellent, excellent. Of course, we got Coco with us as always as well. All right. So today, we here in Chicago, and it's starting to get a little cold.
Yes, it is. It's brick. As we say in New York, it's brick city out that motherfucker.
Yeah, we got our first snow. A couple of inches is nothing crazy, and now it is starting to feel a little cold, a little chilly out. New Yorkers and East Coasters say brick.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
bringing the furs out.
But Chicago, I would say it's about 20 degrees. It ain't quite brick yet for us because, it will get in the negatives with that wind. And that's when it really feels like brick. Generally, if the white people still have their shorts and their jackets on, it's not brick yet. But
Oh yeah, they do the shorts and the hoodies.
yeah, so once our white friends are fully in winter clothing, that's when you know it's
The
brick in
hawk is out.
Chicago. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
the Hawk.
Yeah.
So it is now officially winter here in Chicago. It's a little cold, but we're gonna get things kicked off with the hot seat.
Let's burn it up. Go ahead, PJ.
So in the hot seat this week we got Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics, NBA player. Babe, you know who that is?
Is he the one with all the baby mamas?
No, Jaylen Brown is one of the good guys. He's actually one. He plays for the Boston Celtics, and he's only 29 years old. He was the Finals MVP a couple of years ago. This dude went to Cal Berkeley, one of the more prestigious schools. So really smart. One of those like pro black type brothers. I believe his mom is his agent. He was one of them people like I'm not paying those agent fees when he came out. So very in tune with what's going on, in tune with finances, all that type of stuff, brother. So yeah, so Jaylen Brown, 29 years old, uh excellent player, but he is in the
Oh, he's the one that had the black stuff on his hair.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's Jaylen Brown. So he is in the hot seat because his Beijing, I think that's what they call it. I looked it up. I think they call it Beijing
Mm.
or some type of spray got on a couple of opposing players' jerseys. And I thought it was relevant because you think about we had an episode talking about KFC and Wiggate, and I remember myself saying, "Oh, this would never happen in an NBA game." And technically, maybe a wig falling out off wouldn't happen in an NBA game, but this, I believe, is the equivalent. Would you say?
I guess because guys are not wearing toupees, so yeah, since they're not wearing toupees, the little black dye coming off on somebody's jersey would be Wiggate. Yeah,
Yeah, it
for a
would be.
guy.
It
Yeah.
would be. It would be similar. And I mean, everybody noticed it the first time it happened, and I'm saying the first time because it's happened a couple of times now. And you see him making a move, and his head just brushes against the opposing player. I think it was a New York Knicks player, and then you see the black mark on his jersey, right? And so it was like that's kind of interesting. And they invest, it came out later, everybody was talking about it, but now it just happened a second time. And the second time it happened, it was on like sometimes the guys wear a t-shirt under their jersey, and it happened on the t-shirt. And the other player, it was almost like he got the cooties on me. Like they all ran over and started looking at it and laughing. So, shout out to Jaylen Brown because he kind of made fun of himself the first time it happened. He was like, let me call up LeBron James because, everybody know LeBron didn't got
The transplant.
yeah, he got the transplant. So everybody, I mean, he's only 29. So I know people like, dude, you got to get the transplant. And you can see his hair is thinning. He used to wear the locks and the braids. And you can see it maybe thinning a little bit. Not super thin, but I guess enough where he thought, let me spray the little black spray on and everything would be okay.
I'm wondering why they haven't made anything that will be lasting at least 24 hours. Why is it coming off so easily?
And it seems to be very popular whenever I see um videos of barbers and even some people I know to get cut. You can tell they at that fresh cut they like to get the
And
little
why is that
spray.
white line too? What's up with the white line?
Now the white line, I'm not clear on that. I thought that was something that maybe was supposed to go away, but
They
people
walk out the
keep it.
barber shop with the white line
I
too.
saw that Kai Cenat recently. Do you see he cut all his
I
lines
like
off?
it though. I
Yeah.
like it. I like
But
it,
his
Kai.
his video, he had the white
He had the
line.
white line.
I don't understand the white line. Can y'all help us with a couple of things? First of all, what's up with that white line?
Yes.
I guess I understand if it's sort of a tracer to help your barber give you a good
But
lineup.
why are you walking out with the white line?
Yeah, and then barbers let us know. I mean, I need to ask Kima. She's one of our good friends. She's a
Oh yeah,
barber.
she's a bar. Big shout
Kima,
out to Kima.
Kima, help us understand because we don't understand the white line and why that is now sort of like it's almost like a fashion statement sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, help us with that. And then the Beijing, the little black spray is becoming popular. Even guys when they got hair, they like
They
on that.
and I'm thinking so it could look more crisp, but it's so black. It's like jet
Yeah,
black.
like they don't have another color. I wonder if they have like a
Like
brown or a nice.
because when we go and we get dyes start with like blue black. So you
Yes.
know that's like black, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like jet black, and then it's like natural black, and then it's like soft black, then it's like dark brown. Like, why are you starting with this black that's unnatural black that maybe only Japanese women have that color
Yes.
black, that
Yes.
black women will never have that color, or black
Black men,
men will
yeah.
never have that color black.
Maybe it's more new. Maybe that's one of those things where they'll start to come out with different lines and different colors and different. Because if you want that, if I dye my hair blonde, would I still want that spray to give it the crispness? I don't know. So you think you would want it in a multitude of colors? I believe. I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, like I guess at one point when they started foundations, they didn't get all of the colors of
Mm-hmm.
foundations for us. And then Fenty came out with a million colors of foundations because they realized that we came in so many different colors.
Yes.
And maybe they just need to start figuring out these colors of whatever this spray is for men.
Yeah. And they need to figure out how it doesn't drip. Right. No,
Yeah,
no, it needs to like.
yeah, maybe 12
Yes,
hours
because
or
Jalen, no
24
man should have to be
hours.
exposed that way. That's not fair. That everybody
Yeah.
had to know his secret on such a large stage, and that it continues to happen is very unfortunate. I also want to know why men aren't rocking the bald heads anymore. Like
Bald heads are sexy.
it
Bald
used to be
heads and
sexy.
the beard,
That
baby.
used to be the thing. Now everybody wants to get a hair transplant. Let it go, bro.
But there is nothing wrong with a hair transplant, right?
No.
Go and get it. But it's something with the in between, like not
Yes.
wanting to go bald and not wanting to get the hair transplant. That in between stage is
That's probably a
like,
hard stage.
yeah, it's like, what's going on, bro? Like, go one of the
Yeah,
ways.
yeah. Now, have you seen that they're doing tattoos now? Now they tattoo the little ribbon.
That's weird. Those little dots.
I mean, that's one. I think it maybe if it won't go, but I don't know if
Just
that'll
get the hair
stay.
transplant or
Yeah.
just go bald, because guess what? If you don't get the hair transplant, now you can't go bald because you always got those little dots.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, you'll always have that. Yeah.
And now when you
Mm,
go, when you get close up, you can tell
yeah.
it's those dots. It's only an illusion from far away.
Yeah. But I think too, does that also work with a bald head? How, they have, we used to call it the drop top, where right around here
You
is,
got hair, and then in the
no,
middle
right
you
around here
don't.
you're missing. This is no hair here. And you can see how men's, it would be real shiny, but then around here,
Like the George Jefferson.
yeah, and if you try to cut it, it can never get as tight. I guess you got to use a razor, right, to really get it get the bald versus the I just got it shaved real low, right? I think men don't like
That
that.
would be like the 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh, your head, yeah. I think
Um,
so. It takes some maintenance, probably daily shaving. I think probably daily.
yeah, because that would be bald at the top,
Yeah.
and then you would get that stubble down there.
Yeah, and then they could tell you had the George Jefferson drop top.
I never thought about that.
Let us know, guys. I'm just curious. But anyway, shout out to Jaylen Brown. He's been handling it very well. 29-year-old brother that's got a lot going on for him. Very rich, very wealthy, very smart. So I'm sure he and his team will figure this out, because you can't keep doing this to people. You can't keep, because I don't know how that might not come out of the jerseys, later on. They be like,
They get million jerseys.
yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
true.
they get a jersey
But they're going to have to throw them away.
Yeah, every
no sign in that
doggone,
one.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But
whatever.
actually, too, if you think about it, it could be a double signature. Like, he did this to AG Anunoby. I get Anunoby's jersey. He signed the back, and then Jaylen signed the Beijing smear. I don't know, just a thought. So anyway, that's Jaylen Brown. He's number one in our hot seat, and I'm glad that this came up, baby, because I felt like people thought we may have been hard on KFC. So now we
I
do
don't think
have a
we
male
was.
equivalent.
I was not hard
No.
on KFC. I love KFC. I am a East Coast girl, so I definitely was
Philly.
not hard on KFC at all. And I feel like she handled it well. She went out, did what she had to
She
do, and
handled it
come
like a
back in.
G.
I just felt like she could have handled it a little better and just threw that wig off and continue playing the game.
Yeah.
Because that's my girl, and that's it.
You know
like
that's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna do that.
throw that wig off and be like, I don't care about this wig. Let's go.
And play with the Cleo braids.
Yes.
Somebody's going to do that, and the
Yes.
crowd is gonna go wild.
Yes.
It's coming, babe. I agree with you. That she missed a moment. She missed a moment, but
it's
it'll
always
come
her
around.
moment, because I love KFC.
Yeah, shout
it's
out
always
KFC.
going to be her moment.
Oh, yes.
But is this really the rumor that Dejanay and what's the name broke up?
That's the
I just went
rumor.
right from
You
NBA
really
to
did.
WNBA. Is
She
that?
did.
I'm sorry, but is that the
So
rumor?
Dejanay and what's her partner's name? Lissa, right?
Nalissa.
Nalissa Smith, right?
Yes.
Baller for the Vegas Aces. That's the rumor. I
I
think.
have not seen them in pictures.
I believe no one has confirmed it. I believe it was teased a bit with Dejanay and the stud buzz talking about she outside, we outside. So I don't know. It was.
They've been in single pictures a lot recently.
Yes. But people break up, get back together, all that. Maybe they have a love that only works when the season is going on. That could happen. It's an in-season type of love. And then when the season is off, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, we'll keep y'all updated on that.
Yeah, that's a good one, though. That's a good one.
I'm sorry.
I
went off topic.
That's okay, babe. We do that sometime, and that's okay. That is welcome. Off topic is welcome here. So we're gonna keep it in the hoops, in the hoops arena, cause our hot seat number 2, sticking in the NBA, is former NBA player and Chicago native who man, I love this dude, really dope dude. Tony Allen. He is from the South Side, from Inglewood, as a matter of fact. Tony, amazing basketball player, played well over 10 years, I believe, mostly with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Boston Celtics. Anyway, Tony was recently caught up. He started a new podcast, and that was starting to really get some traction. He and a dude named Zach Randolph called the Out the Mud, which I love that name, Out the Mud podcast. It appeared he was traveling to the podcast one morning, and police say he illegal lane change. First of all, whenever I hear illegal lane change, I think profiling just immediately. I don't know why, but
Cops don't usually stop
I don't
people
even
for
know what that.
illegal
So that
lane
I guess that
change.
means I didn't signal and I
Yes.
crossed. And I guess if I'm driving crazy and but anyway, so illegal lane change, get stopped, and Tony has a little weed on him. Right, nothing crazy. I think less than a couple of grams or whatever. Well, I shouldn't say how much he had on him, but he had some weed on him. And in Tennessee, if you know or don't know, weed, cannabis, no, neither recreational and very little, very tight little medicinal allocation for cannabis, so they don't like that. He's not driving, he's a passenger. They search the car, they find more than weed. They find something much stronger, controlled substance, a narcotic, and
Little Cokey Coke?
little cokey coke. And the driver gets out, and the driver makes it clear, officer, that's mine. If I understand the story, supposedly people from the podcast or whatever sent this dude to come pick him up. This is like a driver. So Tony don't even know this dude. Can you imagine your Uber driver, you get pulled over and your Uber driver got cocaine and you get arrested? It's really sort of like that. But anyway, Tony is like pleading like, man, I just can't believe this happened. Let me talk to you. I'm still with the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm heading to my podcast. I don't need this. You know what I mean? This is what hurt my reputation, all type of stuff. And the cops, they being, you know, Coco. The cops were being somewhat agreeable, but put them, as soon as they found the weed, put the handcuffs on him, and he knew he was going to jail. And even though the driver made it clear that was mine, not his, he wouldn't have even known this was in the car. He's a passenger. I'm just driving him to the drop-off point. But during the video, it made me think, because Tony is like, man, I could have been at home. I could have stayed at home. Probably thinking I could have been at home getting high and chilling. And just one little, you just going out, it's just one of those things that shows one little mistake, one wrong turn, and the cops decide to stop you, and things are different, right? And again, I feel bad for Tony that happened. But it's just a little weed, and I am sure that it's a misdemeanor, and he'll get off. I don't believe anything major come from it. He has his podcast. Hopefully the Memphis Grizzlies won't, penalize him for that. But it just shows you that just going out, maybe doing what you normally do, could really, change your life, change things for you. I don't know. What you think, babe?
I mean, anything could happen in Trump America.
Facts. Facts.
Your whole world could change.
Facts.
So, you say it's just a little weed. We have to just watch this case.
Yeah. Yeah. Tennessee, I mean, y'all know, it's Tennessee. And again, they tried to be somewhat cordial with him, but the fact that he got arrested over it, mugshot, all that is now public. Again,
Yeah.
we'll watch the case. Hopefully he gets thrown out. Chicago dude again. Good dude. Just reminds you, as you get older, sometimes you just got to think twice about the things you do, places you going, people you with, right? Because in
Yeah,
this
but he
case,
couldn't have even
never.
he couldn't
Yep.
even stop that.
No, you
He
can't.
couldn't have stopped that. He didn't even know that. I mean, you get into an Uber, you gotta ask the Uber driver,
Dude,
you got weed in the car?
dude, you got coke, you got
You got coke in the
guns,
car, you got
right?
guns in the car,
You got a body in the
you
trunk.
got a body in the trunk.
It could be, anything. That's
Right.
why again, you do have to almost be even extra careful. Because I mean, I'm a person that travels with my cannabis, right? But again, I live in a different state, recreational and medicinally legal. You still ain't supposed to be, but whatever. But you have to be careful. You really do. So hopefully Tony Allen will get out of this. I like him, and I hope that he will continue to be employed with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's kind of jacked up.
It's very jacked up.
But that's just the way things happen in this world.
Well, and it does seem to be definitely a different world, particularly as we get older. I mean, I can remember times just being younger, and this can, kind of transition as we talk about all the tea or all our tea. Um, Times making not the best decisions, right? And having some things to lose, not as much as I would have, now as a grandma, but having things to lose and not making the best decision because you're just rolling around doing what you do. And so,
So we going into all the tea now?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, babe. So, and that's what I mean. Maybe some of all the tea can be as we talk about any of our personal experiences with maybe making decisions and doing things when we were younger that we look back on and go, oh, I shouldn't have did that. Thoughts?
You have any stories?
I have a couple. And luckily for me, I got out of it. They didn't cost me anything. And I think that's because the man above just looks out for babies and fools. And he was like, she's being a fool, so I'm just going to protect her. But yeah, in most instances, it revolved around cannabis and traveling with it or trying to travel with it, right? And just not making the best decision, and getting stopped. One time I was out of college and just starting to work, hanging out with some friends, going to our high school basketball game, actually going to see our former high school play. And I'm traveling the car with four other people. Police decided to stop us. It felt like profiling, as I look back on it now. All three young black men and one young black woman. And they getting us out, asking us questions, where we going. And they may have smelled something in the car. I don't know after they stopped us. But then everybody's got to get out. And I did have something on me, but thinking quickly, I hid it. And as the police got us all out of the car, they searched the car. And I remember one of my good friends, my boy Bobo, he did a great job with the police because he was very open. He was like, yeah, this is what we had. We just finished smoking. And we had, and it was just a duck in the ashtray. And he admitted that. We like, man, we just back. We going to, he was back from somewhere out of town. I was back from out of town. He's like, it's the holidays. We're going to see his basketball game. But that little bit that they found or smelled, they wanted to bring the dogs. Like, this is in the suburbs. They bring the dogs to smell the car, and to of course they frisking us and all of that. I'm the only girl. I'm the one with the cannabis on me, and they couldn't search me. I remember because they did not have a female officer. I remember them calling for a female officer, and there was not one available. So they couldn't search me. And even if they searched me, I don't think they would have found it based on where I hid it. So the dogs couldn't smell anything or whatever. They let us go. And that was just one of those times I remember thinking, wow, I was still new in corporate America. I'd only been in my job maybe a year or two. Was just starting to, get my legs under me in corporate, make a little bit of money. And I was like, damn, that could have been messed up. But again, that's one of those times where God was just looking down and like, look at this dummy. And let me go. I got out of it. So yeah, it happens, right? It happens to the best of us.
It does. It
You
does.
probably always have made smart decisions. Something about you tells me no bad decisions.
Yeah, no. I live in New York.
That's right.
I live in New York. There's a hard,
There's bad decisions all around every corner.
yeah, life is all about bad decisions, you know?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
we did a lot of things
Mhm.
in the bad decision stage.
Yeah, I think that's a good name for it.
Yeah. A lot of things that that dealt with guns and drugs.
All right. Yeah, two things that and that you think about are legal now in many states. But yeah, we just happened to grow up in a time during the illegal, the prohibition days before guns and drugs were legal.
Well, yeah, well, it was never legal. Both of those things was not legal in New York
New York don't
at
play.
the time when I might have been hiding them for ex-boyfriends.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was just a good girl, so nobody thought I had them on me.
of course not.
Yeah, no.
Of
So
course not. Well, I think a lot of young women have done that, especially young urban women. You know, have had a little something here and there for their boyfriend, being good girlfriends. And some people, I've heard stories about that not going well at all.
yeah, well, I didn't transport them. I ain't taking them cross lines. I'm not
Okay.
doing that.
Mhm.
But I might have hid them underneath my bed. You know, I mean, I even had a boyfriend buy me a car when I was 17, 18 years old, and I was driving around with no license until I crashed that car. And I remember people telling my mother, I seen Dave riding up and down the beach in this car. I think it was a Nissan 7 Z100, Z1000,
Ooh, a
whatever.
nice car.
And they was like, they don't got no car. She can't drive. And they just kept telling my mother that. And I was driving up and down the street, driving my friends back and forth. And it was like, I seen they in this fancy car until I backed that car up into a pole. Backed that
Wow.
car up to a pole. That pole flattened
Wow.
straight back. And I was so scared I left that car right there. And I called him. I was like, come get this car. Go get this car. I flattened the pole. Come get this car.
Think about it,
I don't want
and,
it no more.
and Seal never knew. Your mom never knew. Mm-mm. There's so many things that is better that your parents never know. So much better. So much that they just didn't need
Oh
to
my
know.
God, the amount of money that I had hidden underneath my bed,
Mm.
the guns underneath my bed. Oh my God, the things underneath my bed. If she would have known.
No, it wasn't meant for her to know. No
No.
need to know.
She just looked at me like the worst that she knew about me is that I was a fighter.
Yeah.
That was the worst that she knew. I was a fighter. She had to come up to the school because I was fighting. That was the worst. She was just tired of me fighting the girls at the school. She did not know the other things that I was getting into.
17 is one of those like last really good young ages where you can kind of get away with a lot of shit legally. You know what I mean? Because what they gonna do to you? If they would have caught you driving with no license, it's not like they putting you in jail. They're not gonna
Yeah,
keep
they
you from
call your
getting a
mom.
license. Yeah, they call your mom and you come pick you up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I don't know. Yeah, like at that age, you kind of just think they gonna call your mother. You really don't think that they gonna put you in jail, but it's a
No.
possibility that they could have.
I mean, if you
It's
would
New
have hit
York.
somebody and killed them, yeah, maybe. But well, yeah, then. But
But back then they had school. When we was going to school, they had Cops on the train, the cops knew you. We had our own police officers that knew you by name. And so they kind of, I just thought that the police officers just kind of knew you and
Mm.
they just, they kind of,
Because they worked that area, so they got to know you.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they kind of would not take you to jail.
Their whole point was to take you back. This was fascinating to me when you told me, because
They
first of all,
point was to take you back to school.
I grew up in the suburbs, not in the city, so I don't know if this was going on in the city of Chicago, but they were truant officers, right?
Right.
And they worked.
Well, some of them was truant officers. The ones that brought you back to school, like they would knock on your door at the house, right? They would go to your house because we would have hooky parties. So they would go to your house.
Mm.
There was some that rode the trains, right? Like Officer John rode the train. We knew him. He was on the train with us. He made sure that we got to school. And that was his job, to go back and forth on the train. I went to Frank K. Lane. Big shout out to Frank K. Lane.
All
Alumni.
right, Frankie K.
Frankie
Lane.
K. Lane alumni. I did not want to stay in Far Rockaway, so I was like one of the few that did not go to Far Rock, did not go to Beach Channel. I left and I went to school in Brooklyn. So I got on the train and I was on the J train. So Officer John was on the J train, and he made sure that you was good on the train. Now, the days that we played hooky, the officers on Rockaway Beach, they would contact them.
And
And
say they see y'all.
well, no,
Mm.
they would contact them and say, go to their house
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
and knock on the door and see if they home because she did not report to school. So they would come to your house, and I know they would knock on the door and they would, truant officer. And so I had a fire escape, and everybody would run down my fire escape. I was on the 5th floor.
Yeah.
They would run down the fire escape all the way down, and then when
This is like the movie Juice. I'm telling you, it's just like the movie Juice. That was the first time y'all remember Juice, a fucking classic with Tupac. Yeah, that's what I loved about Juice. The truant officers was chasing them on the trains, and they going up and down the fire escapes, and the kids was hanging out at the arcade and listening to music, and then the truant officer come in.
we would go, if you came to my house for a hooky party, you had to bring food for breakfast. So everybody had to bring food for breakfast. We would make breakfast in the morning, pancakes, bacon. People would bring OE.
Nice. And Juice, they was putting the OD in the eggs. Remember, he put the eggs and the ham and the it looked just disgusting. But
Yes.
yeah.
And some days they would not mess with you, but if it was a couple of days in a row, they would come knock on the door to see what's going on.
Just can't imagine a city having enough officers. A city like New York having officers spend their time going to kids' houses.
That was the department.
That was a whole department.
That was the department, truant.
Like, get y'all asses in school. That was whoever the mayor was. Who was the mayor then? Do you know? That must have been an initiative that these little badass kids are going to be in school, and we're gonna have a whole department focused against getting their asses in the class.
I couldn't even tell you. Because back then, you a child. I wasn't into politics, so I don't even know who the mayor was.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you who the president was back then. I couldn't even tell you who the president.
Ooh, my baby, I love her. Hey, but you're right.
On that.
Oh, during those times we wasn't. We didn't
focus on that.
We didn't give a F.
You focused on just trying to make it. I was focused on my new bamboo earrings.
That's
my
right.
bubblegum jeans.
That's right.
My 5411 Reeboks.
That's right.
Yeah, I was focused on my lacrosse shirts.
You was focused on the right things.
I was focused on being fly in school.
The things you needed to be focused on that time.
Yes.
That is so true.
Yes.
Got you. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, that's all the tea. You learned a little bit more about me and Day and some of our truant and drug carrying, weapon hiding days of just doing all type of shit. But y'all hear more about that.
It was a good day.
Yeah. Y'all hear more about that as we get older. So All right, babe. You ready for the last call?
Last call.
Last call. So, considering we are, as of this taping, it is November 9th, I believe, something like that.
Something like that.
This damn lockdown, lockdown, is allegedly about to end. We'll see.
Allegedly.
We'll see. But Black Friday will be upon us in a few weeks, and this is the last call for Black Friday, because as people have known it, because it will not be the same Black Friday this year,
No.
and we are really looking forward to it. So let's talk about. We want to talk about the things that we would have been doing versus, well, I don't. Yeah, a little bit what we used to do and what we will be doing this Black
Well, I
Friday.
don't know when the last time I've been out there shopping on a Black Friday.
I never wanted to shop on Black Friday. That
Mm-mm.
is the worst. Now you're supposed to get the deals, I guess. I don't know, but
I ain't go out there.
the crowds crazy, crazy.
I might have did some online shopping on Black Friday, but I ain't go out there in them stores in years. Years. It might have been when my daughter was a child,
Yeah. I remember friends talking about like being first at Walmart or whoever
trying
to
to
get
get
the
a
toy.
toy or
Yeah.
something. She was
Yes.
small. That's the last time I might have been out there on Black Friday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not, that's nothing for me to not go out there on Black Friday.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been out. I mean, maybe when I was younger, just to go out and go hang out on Michigan Avenue and stuff like that, but not to necessarily be shopping. And so we definitely won't be doing that.
But we still blacking out the system, like we said in the last episode, starting November 25th. But we actually starting now.
Yeah, we've already
We
started.
already purchased the little bit of stuff that we're getting for Melody,
Hmm.
and that's it. Adults are not getting any gifts.
Hmm.
And we are going to get a Christmas tree because it's still going to be a little Christmas for Melody.
Yeah.
Um, we are going to cook a Christmas dinner for family because family is just, we're going to celebrate.
Hmm.
But where if we have to purchase anything, it's going to be from black and brown businesses.
Hmm.
Any food that we have to purchase is going to be from small, local, black and brown.
Yep.
Um,
The thing is to only pay cash too during this
yes,
time.
we're going to try as much as possible to only pay cash. Um, we already been looking for, like, we needed some things from a hardware store. We drove 25 minutes to go to a brown hardware store. Our
Yeah.
local Ace hardware store closed because we're boycotting Home Depot. So it's an effort to
Yeah.
do this, right?
The one thing I will say in our effort to do that, we found this dope. It's like it's a local mom and pop type hardware store in Little Village. That we will absolutely be going back to. There's John's on the south side, similar local mom pop type shop where they gonna have everything. They gonna have stuff in stock that, especially if you're dealing with old buildings or unique equipment or pieces that your Home Depot, your Menards not gonna carry anyway, and we don't want to fuck with them anyway. Check out your mom and pop hardware stores. Those people be so knowledgeable,
Yeah.
and they gonna have that little crazy hard to find piece of equipment or whatever you've been looking for. So we found a dope one in Little Village that we rocking with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it's so much that we're just going to try to just support. Well, we're not going to try. We're supporting Black and brown businesses, and that's what we're going to do. And
Yeah.
if we don't need it, we're not going to buy it.
Period.
I mean, I just went upstairs and I just purged 2 big bags of stuff for Goodwill. I mean, it's time to purge all of the things that you don't need.
Absolutely. And you
People
know the people at
need
Goodwill need it.
clothes.
Yes.
People need things right now.
Yep. Coats, food.
Yes.
So whatever you can do to give back, to support, to volunteer.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely doing all of that. So
It's the time to give.
it's gonna be a different holiday season this year for certain. For certain. So what else, babe?
Um, we're going to start a virtual food drive soon.
Ooh,
I'm just looking for a couple of organizations to work with, local organizations that I'm going to partner with. So look out for that soon.
that's a great idea because even if allegedly the government shutdown ends, there's still a lot of people that have been impacted and
Yes,
affected by the either no or limited SNAP benefits. And I would just say, as easily as the government, both sides, allowed that to happen, let's not be surprised if it happens again. Like, people have to
definitely.
start just preparing yourself for things that you never had to prepare for, because nobody is coming to save you. Nobody cares about you. You got to care about yourself, your family, your loved ones, your community, and we just got to start, making sure we prepare for stuff like this.
The word of the day is mutual aid. The word of the day is community.
Love that.
And,
Absolutely. All right, babe. Another excellent show,
all right, let's close this out.
as we do.
As always, keep your head on the swivel.
Don't smoke nothing you ain't rolled.
And remember to support the mass economic blackout, November 25th to December 2nd. Blackout the system, y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Follow us on YouTube at Two Dope Ass Grandmas and engage with our content. Join our community, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Listen to our podcast on all your favorite platforms you listen to podcasts. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Two Dope Ass Grandmas. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at I am Day Madison. And follow PJ on TikTok and Instagram at she is_PJ.